Let's see what happens. Let us know what you think on Twitter. Use the hashtag RLCS. Who's going to win this one, Exodus or Genesis? It's time to scroll on into the next match of the day. Genesis versus Exodus. With the commentary is going to be Wave, Punk, and Leaf. Take it away, guys.
The Bible rivalry is here, guys. It's going to be Leaf and I again. You guys don't get to get away from us just quite yet.
I'm not leaving this seat.
That's
now.
right, man.
I kicked the beard out.
You like it. You like it. It's going to be awesome.
People hate me for that.
But it's interesting. Gibbs has been pointing out that NRG right now has the #1 spot in North America, but I think it's a little bit unfair to quite say that yet because not all the games have happened for a week, too, yet, you know? And so, if Exodus is able to pull off the win here, Genesis or Exodus, whoever pulls off the win moves up into that, they'll have the same record. And Exodus and NRG haven't played each other yet. They'll be playing each other next week. So if Exodus can pull off the win here, that makes for a really exciting week number 4. But my goodness, this could go either way, and this is going to be clutch.
It's going to be insane. I mean, again, you say these teams are so close to each other in the standings, and these are some of those top contenders for those top spots. I mean, as long as Exodus can come off of that last loss there strong, I think they should be able to contest against Genesis very well here.
We'll see who is able to pull this one off. As Classics tries to pressure that one through. It's Garrett who will put it away. Now Pluto on the wall. Pops out to midfield where Moses is waiting. He will shoot this one onto the backboard. He's up to try and finish off his own shot. A nice play, but blocked away by Classics. The clutch defense coming through here for Genesis as they hold on. Still scoreless in the first 30 seconds.
This is something that Gibbs mentioned. He would like to see Classics play up a little more, but
there's the angles from Garrett they were talking about. He doesn't miss those.
I mean, it doesn't matter when he's, he was up there, but again, Garrett's so quick up into the air. It doesn't matter. What a touch from him to get it past that last defender. Such good awareness.
Amazing plays from Garrett. His accuracy is legendary. The way he's able to drop that one in and get the lead here for Exodus in game number 1. Just the first minute of gameplay. Garrett carries it over the top, almost finishing off another one, but Espion will get a save on the shot from Turtle. And now the ball is back in Exodus territory. Garrett going to try and clear this one away. Classics watches for the touch and will be able to play it on the wall. Let's see what he can set up for his team.
He tried to follow that one through, but Turtle picks it up, and I mean, just good defense right now. They're blocking out any offenses, offense of pressure right now. Sorry, words. I'm having trouble too. From Classics, I mean, he's trying to push up right now, but he's not being able to break through.
Nice play by Pluto, putting it over into the corner with Espion. We'll be able to play it away. And now Moses puts this one around the corner, gets it past one. Classics is in the air. Drops it Espion with a nice pass outwards. Pluto takes the shot. Does it drop in? Oh, Garrett carries it away. Can Classics finish? No, Moses blocks it. The fantastic team play coming out from Genesis. Blocked away by excellent defense from Exodus.
They're finally being able to put some pressure on. They just, again, blocked out so much. As you just said, excellent defense. But, that's going to be Exodus' problem, trying to break back down to the other end and score themselves. I mean, they're in the lead, so that's what really matters here. But no way.
Yeah, Espion trying to carry that one through. Moses drops this one in a dangerous place, and Turtle is able to get there before Classics can finish it off. Pluto puts it over to the side. Garrett plays it out to Moses, who puts it into the corner. A nice play by Classics. Clears it all the way just wide of the goal, and Garrett will keep that momentum wrapping around the corner. Now Pluto going to try and carry this one through. Blocked away by Turtle, back down into the corner. Ball spending a lot of time in this blue corner right now as Espion's able to get that one past 2 and tie the game up.
And I was trying to say before, but I kind of like Classics when he's on defense. That hard clear just let them set up on offense once again, and it allowed Espion to put that in. I mean, Classics gets some of the best clears I've ever seen that allows Pluto and Espion to do their job.
With 2:42 left to go. It's a tie game in game number 1. Turtle sets that one towards the goal, and Classics comes off the wall, playing it up towards Espion. He plays it back. Classics puts it off the backboard. Espion doesn't quite have the positioning, but Pluto is now there. He'll keep that pressure on. Garrett watches this one in a weird position. He was right there on the post, and Pluto gets it over the top.
What an angle from Pluto. I mean, they're starting to just mount this pressure. Eventually, Exodus is going to break, and this is exactly what's happening here. Pluto keeps that shot high, comes in hard, and just relentless pressure coming up from Genesis right now.
2:24. Right here at halftime, we're seeing Genesis gain the lead. Can they hold on? Will Alexis be able to find the net again? It's Espion now up in the corner. He and Classics trying to pressure through. It'll be Garrett who clears it away, and then Pluto misses. This leaves some space here for Garrett, who's able to get up to the midfield line, leave it for Turtle, who pushes it past Espeon. Pluto actually pops that one up in a nice spot for Moses, who shoots towards the net. Pluto still grounded as Classics gets the Spider-Man save, and then Garrett does not get the touch he's looking for. Here comes Genesis again on offense.
Again, look at that. Classics so good at turning every defensive situation into offense. So good of transitioning and creating that counter attack. And I just love to see him do his work.
Oh, Pluto had a nice run there, but shut down by, or Garrett had a nice run, but was shut down by Pluto. Now Classics. Over to the side. Moses is not able to block that one. Pluto gets it over the top, and now it's a 2-goal game.
I mean, there was someone in defense that, like, Turtle was ready for this. But, I mean, just wrong turn from him. Pluto gets one single pop over. Not a super difficult shot, but Garrett just in a really bad, or Turtle in a really bad spot to make any kind of save.
With 1:31 left to go, Exodus got to start finding some more offense. Turtle made an amazing play to get them their goal. We've seen that happen in the last series as well. Garrett was getting all the goals for Exodus. They're going to have to pull off a few more here. Garrett has to make the backward save. He does. Puts it out to Turtle. Over to Moses, but Classics immediately puts it back into the box. Espeon puts it onto the backboard now, and Turtle will come out. Misses that touch. It's up to Garrett. And what he does, sends it over to the side. Moses watches this one. Goes for the bump on Espeon. He's able to get it around the corner. Nice plays there by Moses. As Classics pushes this one over the top and over to the side. 1 minute remaining. Exodus in a similar situation that they were in last series. They're only able to find 1 goal so far. They're down by 3 after the touch from Espeon.
There's a beautiful cross play coming out from Pluto to get that one across from Espeon. Heads up awareness from Espeon to turn around and get that shot. And that's so hard as a defender. We talked about it before. To be able to see that shot coming from the other side because your ball cam is not looking over there.
48 seconds left on the clock. You got to get 3 goals in if you're Exodus. And I mean, at this point, it's just looking like the Genesis show. The way that they have continued to pound pressure onto this net. Only once have they allowed that ball to even really get close. Now Turtle trying to push it through, immediately shut down by Espeon. 30 seconds left on the clock as Classics pushes this one back into the corner. Garrett tries to push it around, but Espeon, the touch, out to Pluto. Garrett clears it up to the midfield. Now Turtle going to try and take a shot here, but Espeon is there and will clear it away. 15 seconds left. Got to score 3. At this point, Genesis taking game 1, commanding fashion. Will they be able to continue on this way, or will Exodus be able to bounce back, you think?
I don't know. I mean, they came off of a loss, and they weren't looking the best that I've ever seen Exodus look before, and they haven't changed that yet. I mean, they were getting opportunities against Vindicator to score. Like, they had been up and were getting those chances. Genesis is not giving them those chances. Like, they're getting in and getting shots, but they're not really going on target. They're keeping them at bay and cutting down those angles. And Genesis is just doing a really good job of, again, just forcing themselves on offense and keeping any attacks away from Exodus.
Yeah, no, it was very well done by Genesis there, coming out with the 8 shots. And only two of their goals were assisted, actually, which is not usual for them. But I guess it must have been Espeon who got assisted by Pluto, because Pluto had 2 goals and 2 assists there. So that comes out to that total. Pluto making the solo plays, carrying his team pretty well, getting that MVP in round number 1 here. And it's interesting to see what they do here in game number 2.
Well, Pluto, I mean, and I tried to jump down to his cam at the end there, but Pluto was looking so strong all around. Every single touch, even not when he's on the ball. You watch him, and he's boxing out players. I mean, someone was trying to get some sort of play set up. He just came in and got in their way and made sure they couldn't turn. And that itself can be annoying and allow your teammates to be able to set up opportunities. Every single thing that Pluto did had a purpose, and it helped his team out. And I love to see how strong he's playing right now. And the rest of his team as well. I mean, they mentioned Espeon had to stay strong in this match. And if he's on, the team's on, they're all on right now.
Yep, they're all playing very well. So it's up to Exodus and how they are able to respond. They've been struggling on offense all day. The defense has been okay. They've been able to kind of, consistently get things out of their own half. Yeah, but it hasn't been like, stellar, because they've gotten scored on about 3 times, an average of 3 goals a game so far today. Garrett pushing this one up to the midfield, puts it into the corner. Moses comes in to try and take a shot, but it's Classics who will block it away, and now Turtle puts it over, up to Garrett. Drops a nice shot, but it's just wide. Can't quite finish it off. Can Turtle finish this one? No, it'll be cleared away by Genesis.
Moses had the right idea. He started getting frisky in the net there and started bumping a bit, but his teammates just couldn't finish it off.
Pluto with a nice setup. Oh, he pinches it off of the defenders. A nice play by Pluto, and he gets the lead for Genesis.
I'm not going to lie, Moses probably could have got this save here, but he just came in a bit too far off the goal line. You want to make sure when you're coming for a save, you're coming from in the net. That's just a bad spot to be in. It pinched right into.
4:24 left to go. Only took them 26 seconds to score here in game number 2. Exodus looking scary right now. This is a similar place that they were in last series, down by a game and then immediately getting down in game number 2. Pluto with the redirect. What a flip. Luckily for Exodus, Turtle was right there and able to push it away. But now Moses gets the clear up to Turtle. Redirect towards the goal will be touched high by Espion, and he is able to carry it away, not let Turtle touch it again. And here comes Garrett. He puts that one onto the backboard and try and drop this one through. Moses patiently waits, but Espion in the air will push it over to the side. And now it's Classics. Can't get it through Turtle. Moses looking for an opportunity, drops this one into the box. Turtle in a nice position, can't get it through as Espion continues to just pick it up. Espion right there, every time the shot comes through, he's interrupting.
Well, they were coming in pretty strong, and they haven't let up yet. It's just really strong rotations on offense. They've got boost. They've got confidence now. But again, like even Espion there, just so confident in his saves. He was preemptively up for that. It's so hard when you're getting these opportunities, but your opponents are playing so well.
We just saw Espion trying to interfere with Turtle in goal, opening up a bit of space here for Classics to shoot. Moses will put that one over. Espion keeps the pressure on, back into the corner. It's Moses who has to play this one away, but it'll be Genesis who drops it. And now Turtle up to Classics. Back to Espion and Garrett. Back and forth right now. Bit of ping pong between these teams. Garrett coming in, trying to challenge, but Pluto gets there first. Sends it across the midfield line. Loses the 50-50 to Turtle, who sends one towards the net, but it is Espion who is there. 2:53 left to go, and it's still Genesis up by 1.
Yeah, and I'm just watching even Moses right now. What a touch from the Espion.
This is like the same goal that Pluto just scored, except Espion just like rolls it in.
That was incredible. He just follows that one through, jumps off a little bit, and side flips back into the net. No one back to stop that one at all, and a nice little tuck in there. Just tucked her in, bud.
That was ridiculous. The way he was able to shoot that one through. Like Pluto had a similar angle, but he bounced it off of the defenders. This time, Espion's like, nah, I got this all by myself, and just puts it in. Turtle, that last line again, looking to try and clear this one away. Gets the touch to put it high. Now Moses comes in, but can't get through Pluto. It'll be Pluto now. Trying to set this one out. Turtle up to Garrett. Puts it behind Espion, who bounces it off the corner. We've crossed halftime here, and it's still all the Genesis show right now as they've scored 2, make it 3 straight as Pluto puts it over the top of the goalie.
I mean, you can't give those opportunities to Pluto, man. Like, if he's got an open shot like that, he's going to make it. Like, he's so good, especially that Dominus power shot right to the crossbar. The defender was way too close to make any kind of a quick decision on that, and Pluto's going to score on those. You have to contest.
And with Exodus, you're kind of trapped in this weird situation where it's like we haven't been scoring because we're not being aggressive enough on offense, but we keep getting scored on because we're being too aggressive on offense. So what do we do here? How do we fix this problem? And right now, I think the answer is just maintaining ball control in the enemy territory. Don't even allow them to get the clears. You have to contest everything and continue to create pressure, force them to make mistakes. But right now, Genesis is looking very, very strong. Turtle puts that one across the midfield line. Moses takes a shot, goes high. Garrett doesn't even go up for it, but Moses is there. Oh, and it finally goes through. Barely. Espion had a savior medal, but still went in.
What a slow roller here as Moses just kind of tucks it in there, just right past Pluto. Pluto tried so hard. So did all the other defenders, but I mean, like, he just had to slow roll that one in. There's not much you can do except shoot it and hope.
Yep, and with 1:43 left to go, they're only down by 2. Plenty of time to come back into this series. Moses gets it past 2 of them, gets it past Pluto, but it bounces off the crossbar, and Classics will send it to the side. Now Classics continuing to contest. Garrett's up in the air for this one. Went a bit high, and Espion will be able to push it into the blue. Moses hangs back and gets a solid clear above Espion. Now Classics from the backfield. It'll be Garrett who puts it over to the side, and Classics immediately adjusted. Keeps the pressure on. Wafts down a nice position for Pluto, who sends that one towards the net. Moses is there, but Espion in for a follow-up. Will put it high. Classics lurking and watching. Garrett puts it over the side, and he adjusts. Sends that one back towards the box. Espion's up for this one. Moses with a very solid clear. We'll send that one across the entire field. Garrett pops that one out. Turtle has a nice opportunity, but Classics just sitting there, just wanting to block this one away. It'll be Espion in the air. He's able to push this one over. 52 seconds left, and Genesis still up by 2. Exodus got their work cut out for him.
Yeah, I mean, You're not kidding at all. I mean, they're down this many goals, and they're about to go down in the series 2-1, or sorry, 2-0.
Yep.
This is rough, especially when they know this just happened. Tilt is a real factor, especially with younger players. It can really get into their head.
Ball at the midfield line as Moses takes a shot, but it's Classics who shuts it down. And Turtle trying to carry this one through. It goes high. Pluto is there, pinches it over to the side, watches what it's going to do. He draws all 3 players. You can see a bit of panic coming out from Exodus as there are 15 seconds left in this game, and it's looking more and more like they're going to be dropping to 2-0 and be on match point once more here. So Pluto and Classics able to get that one through. It'll be Espeon. Will touch the ground. My goodness, as Genesis is just completely taking it to Exodus in this series.
Okay, so there's 2 factors going on right now. 1, Genesis is playing really, really freaking well. 2, Exodus isn't playing the best I've seen them play before, and it's just a snowball effect where it looks like an utter dominance. Exodus, Garrett's playing fairly strong. Turtle and Moses, though, just some of the touches I see them going for it, they're missing. They're committing to balls that they're just not hitting. They're just launching way too late when they start to go for an aerial, and then they're committing to it, going flying past the ball, and it puts you out of the play. You can't have that. That's not a good thing to do to yourself.
For sure, but it is going to be interesting because with match 3 here, which is critical for Genesis to win and critical for Exodus to keep going, we're going to be on Neo Tokyo. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this series goes. Will they be able to use the raised edges, the higher ceiling? What does Exodus need to do on this map if they want to be able to take it?
And I love to see that they're switching it up for the last match. I mean, I don't know if they got to do their picks way earlier on or if they're doing it now, but either way, it's a great idea for them. They're down in the series now. They just lost 5 consecutive games in a row. You may as well switch it up. You may as well do something new. And jumping down into Neo Tokyo might be exactly what you need to throw off your opponents. I mean, you see Genesis in a swing of things. They were doing so good. It may actually help them out because, as I said, they have a lot of great clears with a higher ceiling on Neo Tokyo. Could help Genesis get back on offense, but it does slow the pace down a lot, especially with, as you said, those ledges up in the edge. It's a lot harder to get the pace going. You can't just roll it up anymore.
Yeah.
You have to get it up on the ledge and then create a play off of that.
Yeah, and one thing I would love to maybe, just theoretically, we're kind of like, theorizing what they should do here. One of the big advantages of those raised ledges is that whenever you try to set up something towards the goal, you already have this like full jump of height that you're able to put on the ball with just a simple touch. And so if they're able to kind of set things up here for Garrett, who's been hitting ridiculous angles all day, I think that Exodus could easily push this one through. But right now, it's all Genesis on offense. There's Garrett with the clear out of his half to Pluto, who is waiting in the back. And this game 3, it's a must-win situation for Exodus if they want to be able to take this series. Classic sending that one there. And Garrett G now trying to push this one through. These teams fighting to be tied for #1 with NRG.
Oh,
Each team with an opportunity. And the breakaway just goes straight through the back line, and there's the goal Exodus needed.
Look at this. This is exactly what you were just talking about. He comes off the top edge, and the second you come off, you have your jump still because he didn't initiate his aerial there. And he just uses his jump instantly off the edge to get that power to redirect to the net. What a shot from Garrett. Good awareness of the map.
Absolutely, and well done to put his team up here. 4:18 left on the clock. Plenty of time for Genesis to come back. Also plenty of time for Exodus to extend this lead and try and push us to a critical game 4 and 5 as they now have to reverse sweep Genesis if they want to be able to take the win. Classics in the air. Watches this one, drops that one out to his teammate Espeon, who takes a shot, blocked away by Moses. And now Turtle with ball control, pushing this one up the middle of the field, trying to get it across. It's Espeon. Watching this one on the ledge as Garrett plays it past him. Classics falls back. He's going to challenge on the ledge as Garrett takes another shot. Pluto in net will save it. But now it's Moses dropping this one deep into the backfield of Genesis. Classics pushes through. Espeon, can he get the setup? Puts it off the backboard, but no one there to finally take that final shot. And that's going to leave it back here in the hands of Exodus.
Espeon showing good map awareness as well. Just he's feeling so comfortable on those ledges, and that's something you have to. Being up on this ledge can put you in a really awkward spot. You never want to have more than 1, max 2 at times up on that ledge, and they're showing they know how to use the map too.
Classics is demoed up there on the ledge by Moses, who puts it out to Garrett. Keeps it high. Awkward spot for Turtle, so Pluto will be able to push that one onto the ledge. So he just follows along, looking for the fall. Now he's going to try and play that one out. Finished off by Classics on this ledge. He's looking to possibly pass this one to Pluto, who's deep in enemy territory. Wraps this one around the edge. Garrett G followed him on the wall. Drew up Espeon and Pluto. This could be good as Moses is able to push that one up to Garrett, who pops it high. Turtle with an opportunity, flips this one upside down, drops it towards the net, but blocked by Pluto. They recover in time, and they get another one away. Classics and Espeon, again, both went for that one, but the lack of pressure from Exodus will give them a little bit of space to spread back out.
It was a smart team play coming up from Exodus, but Pluto somehow just got the most insane read. He knew where that shot was going to go. He saw Turtle getting that flip and it's like, oh, well, I'm going underneath you. So smart from Pluto.
Moses now looking for the breakaway. Classics puts this one up high. Tries to play this one off, puts it down towards Pluto. Espeon is there. Sends it onto the backboard. Classics and Pluto are both there. Oh, can they push it through? No, it'll be Garrett now who picks up ball control. Dribbles this one down very quickly. Espeon clears it to the side. Does it go away? Oh, can they finish? Oh, Turtle misses. That leaves with Classics with a breakaway. He's really able to get zoned out here by Garrett, and so leaves the ball up on the ledge, but a close one for both teams there.
As you said, super close. Turtle was just a little bit off on his approach coming up onto the net there and just couldn't get that flip onto it to recorrect and put it into the net. Oh,
Turtle with the shot, got it past Pluto, and that makes it 2-0 for Exodus.
He was mad that he wasn't able to get that other one before and just waits so patiently. Classics clears it a little bit too out of Espeon's reach. He tried hard, and Pluto also pushed up a little too much. Turtle's a nice little lob over all three of them.
1:41 left on the clock. And Exodus, best lead they've had all day. See if they can hold on to it. As Moses takes another shot towards the net. Nobody's there. That's 3-0 for Exodus.
I actually didn't even get to catch that one. Oh, nice follow-up from Moses on his own touch there.
Yeah, he plays it off of the corner. Those corners so hard to read, but these pros been practicing on these maps, able to push that one through. 1:36 left to go. We're seeing Exodus now finally able to take some points here. Looking to pressure this one out. As Classics bounces that one down. Moses with the solid clear straight down the middle of the field. Garrett with the redirect. Pluto saves that one high. Oh my goodness, Garrett. Oh my Garrett, as one might say. Taking these shots. But now Turtle looking to try and drop these ones through. Pluto's watching for an opportunity, but it's Moses who pushes it over to the side off the wall. My goodness, what a use of the ledge there, of that ramp, able to pass to himself, but now it's Classics. He and Pluto moving together. I think he kind of draws Pluto up in a way that he wasn't expecting. With 1 minute remaining, Genesis, man, they're down by 3.
I mean, Exodus is just so comfortable on this map. You can tell they've practiced, and the fact that they know how to use the edges gives them that much wider of an aerial space to use. And that's why you see these insane passing plays up in the air coming out, because they just know how to use this map comfortably.
Classics in net. Turtle gets it past him, drops it a wide. 30 seconds left here on the clock. Genesis got to score once every 10 seconds just to force overtime. There's an opportunity to start it there, but Pluto's shot goes high off the crossbar. And Moses here in the corner will play it past Classics. And as the clock continues to expire, it's looking more and more like Exodus, man. They're able to bounce back here. Neo Tokyo paying off in dividends for them.
No, absolutely. As I was just saying, too, is the wider control here allowed for so many of these passing plays to develop. You can get the ball as high as you want, as wide as you want, and it's just so much more breathing room, especially when you're being contested. Like, Espeon is so quick to the air, and he's contesting everything. If you give yourself a little bit more breathing room with this kind of map, it just lets you play so much more comfortably. So It's good showing from Exodus and map knowledge.
That's got to feel good for Exodus, knowing they're not going to get swept 2 series in a row after being the only undefeated team in North America. So it pays off for them there. So they're able to get 9 shots onto Genesis's goal. Get 2 of their 3 goals assisted. The team play is coming out strong here for these teams. And yeah, my goodness, Genesis didn't really know what to do, I think, with those ledges like we were talking about. That's the big change with Neo Tokyo, and they weren't really sure what to do. We saw a lot of the contests that they were having up there on the ledges, they were losing out to Moses and Turtle, and those sorts of things really just gave the ball control back to Exodus.
Yeah, well, as I said, I mean, Espeon looked to know a little bit what was going on, but it wasn't as much comfortability as I'm just going to make as many words as possible. Sure,
why not? I know what you mean.
As Exodus, because you can tell they practice, and that's why I love to see these maps in the RLCS, because there is a difference. They do cater to different skill sets, and I love that teams like Exodus are going to pick these maps and pull through with a win on it, because it's incredible to see this, knowing exactly how these maps work. Being comfortable on those ledges help them keep the pace up much faster than Genesis could keep up with.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you point out that they picked Neo Tokyo and they won. This is something that we've only seen like twice so far in RLCS, where a team picks a non-standard map and then actually manages to win, actually has it make the difference that they need. But now they're back on Manfield. They're back in the situation, back on the normal turf. They don't have those ledges to help them out anymore. It's going to see, can they continue this momentum, or will Genesis finish it off and be the winners of the Bible rivalry for Season 2? We'll see as this game gets underway. Garrett trying to play that one through. Carries it over the top of 2. Turtle has an opportunity here, but Classics will play it away before he can get there. Now Turtle over to Moses. Espeon in the air, wins the 50-50 and drops it to the midfield line. Garrett with a nice shot will put it above the crossbar, and Pluto, nice touch, puts it over to the side, doesn't let it drop back in front of his own box. And they'll be playing it back and forth here. Turtle looking to possibly drop this one in a decent place. He puts it in a nice spot for Moses, but Pluto comes from the side, gets it away, and is still scoreless here in the first 30 seconds.
Man, Pluto, like, watch when a ball's about to go off their own backboard and how preemptively he goes up for things. He's so good at reading their own backboard touches and just greeting it right there.
Oh, Garrett with a nice shot cleared by Espeon. Moses keeps the pressure on. Garrett tries to take another one but can't get it. There's Pluto putting it over to the side, up to the middle. Shut down immediately by Turtle as he keeps that midline defense strong here for Exodus. 3:54 left to go. A nice pinch going in favor of Genesis. Pluto looking for an opportunity to play this one off of Turtle. Turtle gets it past him. Espeon plays it up to Pluto now. The nice top, like tap just to kind of pop it up high. And then Classics. Keeping that one back and forth here as these teams continue just to try and pressure it into each other's half. Not a lot of shots coming out from Genesis just yet, but it's still scoreless as we're approaching halftime.
Well, no, and you know, winning that last match gives you some momentum. You get to come into the next one with a bit of confidence that, okay, we can beat them. Sure, it was on that map, but now we know what we had to do. They had to feel it out, and they felt it out. They're watching out for each other. They're getting the touches they need to and the passes to each other.
Yep, and when you have been struggling on defense, when you've been getting scored on a lot, prioritizing the defense, kind of making that adjustment to where, like, let's just keep things out of our net and then look for breakaways, look for mistakes on the side of Genesis. It's what Exodus needs to do, and they drop another one towards the net. Pluto just barely gets back in time. Turtle takes another shot, and Espeon will clear that one. The demo onto Turtle. Gives a bit of space here to Espeon to work with. You put that one in the midfield. They take a slow roller shot towards the goal. Moses will be able to put it up to Garrett and contested by Pluto. And there is Espeon now over the back. Sends it into the corner. And trying to cross the goal here, and is right here at halftime. We still have yet to see either team get a point on the board.
Garrett, again, Garrett's been playing strong the whole time. Moses has picked it up. He's getting a lot of touches. Every single one of his launches towards aerials now are hits now. And that's what they had to fix up. I mentioned it earlier in the series, that those two were kind of struggling, but they've stepped it up. Neo Tokyo helped them do that, gave them that confidence boost, and now they're getting all the touches they needed.
Espeon with a nice drop there. Moses and Garrett trying to push this one through. It's Pluto on the wall who passes out to Classics. He gets it past Turtle with a great, beautiful, just kind of spin-a-rooney there. Put that one through. But still, as we're approaching the final minute, neither team has been able to find the net. Classics with a nice opportunity, but the contention from Exodus keeps it from going in. Pluto now puts that one into the corner, but Turtle able to pick this one up and push it across that midfield line. He goes to bump Classics, succeeds. Espeon with the solid rotation is there. Garrett's touch is soft and will drop down not too far away. It'll be Pluto and Espeon now trying to push this one through. Pluto on the wall puts it over to the side. To see what they're able to do here as Classics puts that one into the corner. Man, just still such a quiet game. We've seen some really highly explosive offenses today. This is by far the most defensive game we've seen.
Well, here's the thing. Genesis is being met in the air for everything. They're being tested at every single ball. And I don't think they're used to it now. They're like, okay, guys, how do we get past this now? Exodus has woken up a little bit.
For sure. So Moses plays that one over the side. Classics is there, bounces that one off the wall, has an opportunity to drop this one through, but Garrett will clear it to the side. A nice shot from Pluto. So Moses responds with a nice long shot. Turtle does a drop in. It goes into the top, and there is the lead for Exodus.
What a shot from Turtle. incredible as he gets the pass right up from his teammate. He just knows. You got to be so quick to those. Those are hard. To be able to see the pass coming and be able to see where you're going to put it in the net and place it that well, incredible awareness from Turtle to be able to put that in.
With 40 seconds. All Exodus has to do is hold on, and they will force game 5. Moses in the air, takes another shot. It bounces off the post. Garrett puts this one high, and Pluto will send it to the corner. Garrett with a clear up to midfield. Looks like Moses will be the first one there and pushes it back into the orange. Classics wins the 50-50 and puts it out and over into blue corner. Garrett watches this. Pluto trying to drop this one in. Can't get it through. It'll be Classics with an opportunity to set this one up. Moses clears it away. Final countdown. They just got to hold on for 7 seconds. We'll have game 5. The bump on the Espeon is critical. Classics pushes off the backboard. Pluto pushes this one into the net, but Turtle blocks it away. It hits the ground, and we go to game 5.
What a clutch finish coming out from Exodus. So close, as you said, even when Moses was trying to get away, gets a bump, tries to destroy any offense coming out from Genesis, and then an insane save right at the end there from Turtle. That was just absolutely incredible play from Exodus. Scary spot, though. Genesis put an insane amount of pressure on at the end.
Oh my goodness, yes. No, the one that Genesis was able to play there at the end, continuing to try and pick it up, and it was such a defensive game until about the last 40 seconds when everyone's like, all right, we just got to put it all out here on the field. And we just saw Exodus get beaten handily in games 1 and 2 by a dominating Genesis. And then with a Neo Tokyo pick, they're able to pull off a win on a non-standard map. And then now with very, very strong defense, they force game 5. It was looking like the Bible rivalry might be kind of a chill match at the beginning, but no. They just saved the best for last.
It's scripted, dude.
That's right, of course. They read it. They read their script today. Good for them.
They read the scriptures. There we go. So it's great.
Wow.
It's great to yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
They read the script. They read the scriptures for the Bible rivalry. I got it.
Yeah.
You were trying to go away from that joke, but man, that was amazing.
But well, Exodus takes it. They're going in for that reverse sweep, and that's insane. They're coming in with a lot of momentum in the next one.
For sure.
But Genesis at the same time has realized what they have to do at the end there. They started to put, as we said, an insane amount of pressure on.
I'm still just jealous that you thought of that. That was amazing. Holy cow. Game 5 between Genesis and Exodus. If you wanted a Bible rivalry, you got one here, folks. The winner gets to tie for first place with NRG. And that will, if it's Exodus, they get to play next week. And boy howdy, is that going to be a fun match. We'll see who is able to push this one through. Right now, it's Espeon. He's up in the corner. Garrett pushes away. Classics with a nice drop towards the net. Goes just a bit high off the corner. Now Pluto has to play this one over to the side. Let Espeon get set up behind him. As Classics gets demoed. Espeon needs to make this save. Oh, it's Pluto who comes from the side and sends it away. And now Classics looking for the counterplay. Gets it past 2. And Turtle will rotate as he comes back and sends it into the corner. Let Garrett play this one off the wall. It'll be Moses now who sends it into the corner.
As I said, Exodus coming off a strong two-game comeback here. They're going to be feeling good, but at the same time, they have to make sure to realize that Genesis had a game now to see how you're playing, and they're going to have some sort of counter to what you're doing, and you have to be very, very aware of that and make some mid-game adaptations if they do make those changes. It's going to be very hard for Exodus.
Turtle pushing that one up into the corner. 3:57 is still a very quiet beginning to game number 5. Both teams not wanting to be that first to make the mistake. Exodus just trying to continue what they did last game and be very defensive. The demo onto Moses in his own backfield. It's a very good position. Turtle will clear that one high. A bump onto Pluto opens up some space here for Turtle to move forward, but I think he's low on boost. He'll pass it over to Garrett, who takes a shot. Now it's Classics with the dribble plays. Can't get it past Moses. A great read. Now Espeon up onto that backboard. Garrett sends it away. Pluto keeps the pressure on, dropping it back towards the box. Turtle plays it past 1. Espeon pops it up high. Moses is in the air. He's the first one there and will send it onto the backboard. Turtle looking to just drop this one in. Oh, it was a tight angle. Didn't quite get it past the bar there. And it'll be Classics who contests Garrett. Pluto sends it into the corner. Now Moses. Turtle watches. Classics sends it around. Now Espeon trying to push this one through. Both teams playing so defensively, they realize how much this game matters. They can clinch the top 2. They don't even have to play the beginning of the qualifiers. They automatically qualify for LAN. We'll see what they're able to do here as Garrett puts it into the corner. Approaching halftime here, it's still scoreless in Game 5.
Pluto's playing so smart. He's like 3 steps ahead of his opponents. Even on offense, they're ready to go for a second touch on that air dribble there for a pass. He just lets it drop, potentially having a shot to go into the defenders. He knows what they're watching out for. Such a smart player.
Espeon watches this one in the corners. Turtle pushes it around. He's going to wait for this 50-50. He's going to win out with the second touch. Leaves it for Moses, but Pluto able to get there. Espeon with the redirect. Oh my goodness, what a shot, and saved by Garrett. They're keeping the pressure on, though. Genesis looking to get the lead right now. They can't get the shot, and that means Garrett gets the transition up to midfield. Passes out to Turtle. He's going to play off the backboard. Where's it going to go? He's not going to actually get the touch. Turtle doesn't touch it, and Moses takes the shot, but Classics can't get there. What a play by Exodus.
Moses had like 3 years to take this shot here. He just lined it up perfectly. No one going for that seam. Turtle moving out of the way, kind of blocked their view. Classics tried, but Moses had so much time to put that in the net.
1:58 left to go. And Exodus, after being down by 2, looking to reverse sweep Genesis in the Bible rivalry and tie up NRG for number 1 for the week. Classics looks to drop that one through. Pluto sends it over to the side. And Moses able to get it over the top. Put over, and it's Garrett that sends that one in. They make it a 2-point game. Garrett coming up clutch.
Well, I mean, every single time Garrett's up like that, you have to be scared. What a touch. He flips his car around, gets the soft side touch to send it to the far side. Incredible mechanical skill from Garrett. And it's not the first time he's done it in this series alone.
Nope. He plays very incredible. And you mentioned that you flipped that car upside down. If he had hit that with any other part of his car, it probably would have gone off the crossbar. Very, very good awareness by Garrett, knowing exactly how he needs to orient himself to score here. Moses now threatening, puts this one high. Gonna try and drop it back in. Pluto watches in goal as Classics tries to push it around, but Moses will get there and Pluto has to come out. He's not gonna be able to get the touch as Moses continues to bully. But there's Classics, able to cross the midfield line. Espeon waits patiently, able to put this one onto the backboard. Can he get the double tap? It drops straight down. Nobody touches. Who's going to be there first? It's Turtle, who sends it over to the side before any more Genesis players can come through. And with the final minute, Genesis looking to score right now. If they can score right now, they have plenty of time to get the equalizer. Pluto doesn't get the touch. There's a kind of a roller all the way to the backboard. He'll play it across to Espeon, who's able to immediately turn this one around. Turtle is there, watching this one patiently. It pops high as Pluto falls back to the goal. Turtle and Moses in the corner. Classics pinches it away. Pluto coming up. I don't know if he's cutting Classics on purpose there. It was kind of an interesting decision. They have the opportunity here as Garrett sends it away. 30 seconds. They're only down by 2. Genesis could come back to this, or Exodus could finish this off. Pluto makes a touch to send it wide of the goal. So dangerous there for Genesis. With 17 seconds. Classics playing it past Turtle. Up across the midfield line. Moses gets a very solid touch, and then Turtle wins that 50-50. It's looking good for Exodus right now as it's just lofted in the middle. Pluto needs to make the touch, but it goes wide, and with the final second hitting, it will be Exodus who takes the win. The reverse sweep over Genesis. Well done by Exodus.
I mean, that Neo Tokyo was such a turnaround for them.
Absolutely.
It just gave them that state of mind to say, okay, we can make these passes, guys. And I think just having that bit more freedom in the air and width-wise to do some things, make mistakes, it helped them stop making mistakes. All of their touches started to make sense. They started getting every single pass to each other. Garrett, so good at cherry picking and getting up into the front lines, receiving every single pass, and his teammates for getting them to him. Absolutely incredible turnaround from them. Well played from both teams, really.
Absolutely.
But I mean, Exodus really made that turnaround.
Absolutely. They made the adaptations they need to. They slowed the game pace down so much. There was a total of 7 shots in this final game. 3 on the side of Exodus, 4 on the side of Genesis. Just completely making this a defensive, slow game, and it worked out so well there for Exodus as they're able to take the 5-game win over Genesis. Well done to Exodus and the boys, and we'll be seeing Genesis again very, very soon. But before that, we're going to pass it back over to the analyst desk and see what they have to say about that match. Axel Toss, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Wave, Punk, and Leaf. Congrats to Exodus taking the 3-2 over Genesis after being down 0-2. Very impressive indeed. Let's take another look at that one in the form of the Mobile One high-performance replay to see exactly how Exodus was able to bring that one back.
I guess Exodus needs 5 games to warm up before they want to play because they looked really rough these first 2 games. A lot of defensive mistakes that are uncharacteristic of Exodus, with Turtle not making some plays and Moses being just slightly out of position. But Genesis just took advantage in games 1 and 2.
One of the cool things about Rocket League is even if you're down in a series, there's no advantage. There's no like leveling or scaling in this game. So you're always at the capabilities of still taking a victory. And it shows you that Exodus was still,
Pretty. We
That's
call
good.
it the Doomsy Dish. Maybe we should rename that because Espeon, beautiful goal. And then Neo Tokyo was actually picked by Genesis. The casters got it wrong. And it just completely backfired on them. They lost that game was it 1-0? No, I'm sorry. It was 3-0. And then after that, it was a 1-0 game 4. Turtle with the last second save. And then Momentum just swung towards Exodus, and they take it in 5 games with Garrett with the Reader X as always. Incredible job, but that Neo Tokyo pick actually backfires here, and that could have cost Genesis a bye going into the playoffs.
Yeah, the huge results now. At this point, every game is truly starting to matter as these teams are fighting to be in the top 2. Remember, top 2 in the standings automatically go to the grand finals. It's super important. Right now, Energy is at the top, and now Exodus is will be joining them essentially. So it's a bit of a tie situation up there, and Genesis is going to have some work to do. So they're going to be, let's see.
They play next as well.
Yeah, they're playing next, so they have a chance to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the fact that they were up 2-0 and they got reverse swept, is that going to affect them that much going into this next match?
It depends. Like, it seems like some teams, for Vindicator, like, they didn't care. They were just like, like, we're going to play. But then for Exodus, it did matter a lot, where they lost the first 2 games. Genesis is a young team as well. I honestly don't know. Like, Classics has been known to tilt, but that was like way back in the day, so we'll see if he still has that in him. But I think Pluto and Espeon have been around for a while, and they'll be able to bounce back and get ready for Take 3. And then it just comes down to Take 3's like inconsistent play of what team shows up.
We don't get a lot of tilting. I mean, surprisingly, RLCS, a lot of teams do a really good job of just making sure like every game matters. We just lost that one. Let's erase it from our minds. Let's keep going. As we just saw with Exodus, still being able to come out of that, even though they were down and then down again, still able to bring it back.
So we have 2 matches to go in week 3 of league play for RLCS for North America. Coming up next is going to be Take 3 versus Genesis. Of course, we just saw Genesis fall to Exodus. And Take 3, always fun to watch with Rizzo there leading the charts. So we'll have to see if Take 3 can come out and do well in the 2 matches they have coming up next. So again, coming up next is Genesis versus Take 3. Stay tuned. You're watching the Rocket League Championship Series. We'll be right back after a very short break.